literature,
pages,
authors,
reading things. The Book of Dad and Sybil.
Hi, I'm Sybil.
And I'm Dad. For our next big read, which I am recommending to Sybil this time, I've picked the most dad book that I could. Not dads in general, but me as a dad. Although I'm sure there are other dads that would dig the book that I've recommended. I've picked a non-fiction text by Margaret Atwood, partially because it is on a topic that I'm really interested in, but also because I really love Margaret Atwood, and I was looking through lists of her stories today and really couldn't find one that was totally age appropriate for Sybil. I think Sybil needs to be maybe a few years older, at which point, assuming that we are still going, you will have, I don't know, Oryx and Crake as episode 372 of the podcast.
Yeah, so today we have picked some poetry by Margaret Atwood. She has released lots and lots and lots of poetry across the years, and here are a couple that Dad particularly enjoys. As with our last poetry corner, we will read through the poems and then have a chat about them.
And we've also I've gone and found some weird reviews because I wanted to, and I think that's something we're going to make a regular feature, is for whatever story or collection of stories or poetry that we are reading, I'm going to go and find some people that took the time out of their day to review it on the internet. So the first poem is called A Sad Child.
You're sad because you're sad. It's psychic, it's the age, it's chemical. Go see a shrink or take a pill, or hug your sadness like an eyeless doll. You need to sleep.
Well, all children are sad, but some get over it. Count your blessings. Better than that, buy a hat, buy a coat or pet. Take up dancing to forget.
Forget what? Your sadness, your shadow. Whatever it was done to you that the day of the lawn party. When you came inside flushed with the sun, your mouth sulky with sugar, and your new dress with the ribbon. I kind of remember that, though. I do.
I reckon you've had that, yeah.
And the ice cream smear.
Oh, you've definitely had an ice cream smear on a dress at some point.
Yes.
Probably like last weekend.
Probably. And said to yourself in the bathroom, I am not the favourite child.
My darling, when it comes right down to it and the light fails and the fog rolls in and you're trapped in the overturned body under a blanket or burning car.
And the red flame is seeping out of you and igniting the tarmac beside your head, or else the floor, or else the pillow. None of us is, or else we all are.
Excellent. We read this just before we started recording, so we could have a little chat about it. And I've just realised, because we weren't totally sure on the ending, but if you go up here, so it's saying I'm not the favourite child. Those last two stanzas, those two like split stanzas, are in response to that. I'm not the favourite child. None of us is, or else we all are. So when it comes right down to it, none of us is the favourite child, or we all are. I like that. I like the portrayal of the kind of tongue-in-cheek portrayal around people's reactions to mental health in general. Go buy a thing, it'll make you better. You just need to get some sleep, and then your depression will have gone away forever. You need to count your blessings. You need to remember that, oh no, you live a good life, you're not allowed to be depressed. I quite like that tongue-in-cheek feel. How about you, Sybil? Thoughts on this? Sybil has found the draw function, and so while we're reading through the notes, she's remembered that she can draw on the Word document. So while I was having a lovely little chat, supposedly to myself, I think there, she's drawn...
No, I was listening.
You were listening, I'm sure.
Yeah, I was.
What's that bird doing that you've drawn?
It's eating it's picking up the clouds so it can eat it in its nest.
Wow. Eating clouds. That's poetic in of itself. So, our next poem to zip forward is Sekhmet, the lion-headed goddess of war. Take it away.
He was the sort of man who wouldn't hurt to fly. Many flies are now alive while he is not. He was not my patron. He preferred full granaries, I battle. My roar meant slaughter. Yet here we are together in the same museum. That's not what I see, though. The fitful crowds of staring children, learning the lesson of multicultural obliteration. Sit, transit, and so on.
I see the temple where I was born or built, where I held power. I see the desert beyond, where the hot conical tombs that look from a distance frankly like dunces' hats hide my jokes, the dried out flesh and bones, the wooden boats in which the dead sail endlessly in no direction.
What did you expect from gods with animal heads? Though, come to think of it, the ones made later, who were fully human, were not such good news either. Favour me and give me riches, destroy my enemies. That seems to be the gist. Oh yes, and save me from death. In return, we're given blood and bread, flowers and prayer, and lip service.
Maybe there's something in all of this I missed, but if it's selfless love you're looking for, you've got the wrong goddess. I just sit where I'm put, composed of stone and wishful thinking, that the deity who kills for pleasure will also heal, that in the midst of your nightmare, the final one, a kind lion will come with bandages in her mouth and the soft body of a woman and lick you clean of fever and pick your soul up gently by the nape of the neck and caress you into darkness and paradise.
Cute dog.
Would you like to start us with your thoughts on this?
I didn't get it until Dad explained it to me. And I quite like it because not all gods are like all friendly and stuff.
As I say, I think sort of historically most gods aren't friendly, are they?
Yeah.
Really? Even the ones that are seen as like friendly, if you look at the Christian god, the Old Testament version was definitely closer to your sort of lion-headed gods of war than he was to the modern idea of a god who loves everybody. I mean, not that he literally had a lion head, but I like the poking fun of general, kind of general religiosity in this.
I wish you guys could see my dog right now. It's so good.
Sybil's drawing a dog. I don't think there was a dog in that poem, but hey, she is drawing a dog.
It's a god with a dog head.
That's true. So we're gonna go to some reviews now. Sybil's very upset.
I can't draw in this.
Sybil's very upset because I've taken us back onto the email where I collate my notes to find the reviews. So I've got one for each of the poems. I picked my favourite one. And then I've gone for some general reviews. So the first one is Back for a Sad Child.
Read it?
Yes, so please take it away.
I
think Jose Gonzalez.
Oh, Jose Gonzalez. Atwood tells us to buy a coat or hat to get rid of our depression. Doesn't work.
Yeah, that's the most literal person I think ever. Has basically gone, oh, I'm not reading a poem, I'm actually reading a very literal self-help book that this Canadian author has written for me. Jose, you need to just double check yourself.
Sorry, can't tell.
That's the username.
What is your poem name?
Now, I am going to push back on that a little bit because, Sybil, I don't think you've read it properly.
Yeah,
So,
what is your poem name?
what is your poem name? This was at the bottom of Sekhmet, the lion-headed goddess of war. And the review,
the poem name.
The username is Sorry Can't Tell and is What is your poem name? Spell what is correctly.
I mean, you don't have to write your name there. You just have to write something. Sorry, can't tell.
But instead of poem, it's poem, and I quite like poems. I might start reading more poems.
Jus de pomme.
Jus de pomme.
Yeah.
Jus de poems.
Except this one is with one M.
Here are some general reviews of Atwood's poetry from Goodreads. I had a lot of I'm not going to say fun, actually. I had a lot of sort of incredulous moments as I was reading through the people that take their time to read, to review things on Goodreads. If you do that, if that's something that you like to do, then great. But I think I should have named this segment Goodreads People Need to Find a Better Hobby, to be honest. So we're going to start with Sean Barrs. Sybil.
2 stars. Atwood should really stick to prose. She's no poet. But of course, guys, you should check out my poetry.
Yeah, my name is Sean. Love the poems. Yeah, she's no poet. No, she's just released multiple collections of her own poetry, which have been critically acclaimed for the majority of her career. Wonderful. The next two, I think, they're less catty. Sean's a bit catty. I feel like Sean's a failed author.
0.5 stars.
This is from Lizzie S.
4.5 stars. Some of these poems were deeply haunting. Others I liked a bit less.
You've described enjoying things and not enjoying things and decided to go 4.5 stars. Well done, Lizzie
That's
S.
good.
You might as well, just next time, don't log on to the internet, I think. And then the last one from Sheena, which I think is very unfair on poor Margaret.
2 stars. I get that poetry is subjective, but also I haven't been in the mood to read, so I didn't enjoy this like I thought I would, sadly.
So you get that poetry is subjective, but then you've ignored the poetry and you've said, basically I wasn't in the mood to read. Yet, Sheena, you still decided it's very important that I share my opinion that I was not in the mood to read with the good people at Goodreads. So I had a time on there.
I like Lizzie S's comment.
It's fine, but it might as well not exist. So
it's the best out of
the three. It's at least it's got a
4. What is your poem name?
Poem name. So next week we are going to be, as I said, looking at our first piece of non-fiction. It is another work by Margaret Atwood. It's arriving tomorrow, excitingly, so we can
what?
It's getting here tomorrow, so we can start reading it tomorrow.
Is it like a full-on book?
It's a full-on book.
It's a full-on book?
Yeah, but you read full-on books in 2 days. You'll nail it on. It's me that you have to worry about. So we will see you next week to chat some non-fiction. Goodbye.
Bye. Literature